Hello, everyone, and once again, a very warm welcome to ChiNet, the Agentic Commerce podcast exploring how brands are building in an AI world. I'm your host, Rachit Magan, and today we're diving into a conversation which I think every brand operator needs to hear. Um, there's a scenario which plays out more often than not in every brand at least once in their lifetimes. They just signed a big mar- marketing tech deal. They have the software, the deck looked amazing, the videos looked superb, the demos were flawless. A couple of months later, the platform is live, there's something happening, but the team is overwhelmed and no one is really using it. The ROI that actually justified the budget is nowhere close to be seen. Even if there is some movement in the needle, no one can really prove where is it coming from and whether it was really helpful or not. So if you have faced this, then this episode is exactly for you, because my guest today has watched this happen hundreds of times, but from the other side, from inside. Burak spent 4.5 years as a customer success manager at Insider, which is Turkey's first software unicorn, now a $2 billion Martech platform. His job was to make sure brands actually got value or out of what they paid for. And what he learned in that role shaped his worldview about how brands buy and, more importantly, use technology. In January 2024, he co founded Boost Up Solutions, a boutique consultancy in Istanbul built on a very specific belief that real work starts after the contract is signed. His clients include some of Turkey's biggest retail and media brands, and his agency claims to have get brands value 70% faster than their in-house teams. So this conversation is more about the gap between buying a Martech solution and actually using it, and why that gap exists, and how do you actually fill that gap as a brand owner. So let's welcome Burak to stage.
Hello, Rashid.
Hi Burak, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I am doing well. Uh, Wonderful. So I'm really, really excited to have you here. You're one of the first experts in the Martech field. I've been speaking to a lot of founders, so you know the other side of the story. But you're
Mhm.
the first person who has such a deep knowledge in the inside and on the other side of the game. So really excited to have you here, Burak. Let's start. So if you could just start with a little bit of your introduction for our listeners.
Well, thanks a lot. I'm also excited to be here, and also thanks for the good words. It's good to hear that sometime because we're too focused to do something, to solve something with the problems. But when it comes to these kind of conversations, so it feels good. Well, I'm Burak.
Right.
In 2 years, as you said, in Boost Up. Before that, I've different experiences. I've started working on WWF, the World Wildlife Foundation, then Greenpeace, then I worked in a startup, then a more than a headhunting company, and after that, then I worked in an even for the ATM solution company. So basically, I was always working on something different, but at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, an insider, I find what's my passion. So
Hmm.
that's why I also focused on as a team also with my other co-founder and partner. So
Right.
uh, that's where I found my passion. So we're here and in Boost Up.
Amazing, amazing. It's always it's the lucky ones who end up finding their passion, right? Yeah, there is I know there is a lot of hard work and there is a lot of game, but there's also, I believe in luck, and I think there's also a little bit of luck if you're eventually able to find your passion and then do it for
You
yourself.
need to look for it. Well, it may come, you may found, or you may not, but you need to keep trying. You need to keep trying to find what's your
Yes.
passion, what's your expectation. Eventually, I think
Hmm.
you'll find.
So with your almost 5 years with Insider, 4.5, 5 years with Insider,
Hmm.
um, you were literally implementing these softwares for other businesses, right? Uh, what did you see on the inside while working for customer success, which you think that someone on the brand side will not know?
Uh-huh. Well, on these days, even if the insider was doing perfect implementation or the perfect services, in the
Right,
backstage, we were doing everything, such as, well, I wasn't the only customer success manager on there. I was also technical consultant at some part. I was
right,
also the sales guys for them. I was also helping to get their deals, agreements. At sometimes we were doing
right,
everything. It was also it was a startup culture. So, and there you're working for something that you really believed for, and you're not realizing that you already worked 60 hours or 70 hours per week, because you were just wanted to do that, wanted to achieve that. So this is probably comes someone strange, but
right.
it was something like that.
The motivation to achieve something is so high that you're were doing 70 hours, but still you don't feel like, right. You're still like, okay, this is, I want to achieve something.
Yeah, like I worked for 15 hours, let's say on one Wednesday. On Thursday, I'm saying, okay, I need to come 1 hour early to the office so I can
Wow.
do
Right.
more, so I can do much more.
Right.
So you feel it. Well, it was the
Correct. Right. And was there like a deal, or was there a brand you were working with, which made you think that, okay, there is something broken in the industry, or was it like, because you're like with Boost Up, right? Like,
Mhm.
it seems that it's hard, right? Buying software is easy, but getting value out of it is hard, and that's what you're solving. So was there a time in Insider when that made you realize this?
Yeah, well, yes, it happens. I worked them more than probably 100 clients. So both for the insider and for now, I worked on every industry. On some of them, they're working with low profits, so it's so hard to create the value for them. Even you create the value, even the numbers are huge. It's not that huge for them because the profits that they
Hmm.
get from the numbers are low. So that was the hardest part. But I don't believe that the value cannot be created. I don't believe that. And in anywhere, in any sector, in any brand, you can create the value.
Hmm.
If you're not creating, then you need to change your aspect. You need to
Right.
do something very differently. You need to try, keep trying. Then you can create the value.
Hmm. And is it usually hard to create value, or is it like is it something which is easy but people miss?
Yeah, well, actually, it's easy, but you need to be consistent. So
Hmm.
it's not one thing. It's not like, okay, I did this and the value created. You need to
Correct.
do this on every second. Every second, you need to keep
Hmm.
doing it and keep changing it. Keep changing the email templates. Keep changing the
Hmm.
app push language, the wording. You need to change it
Right.
continuously. So that's where you get the value.
Hmm.
Think for
Need to
yourself.
keep
You're also a
experimenting.
customer. Yeah, you're also a customer. You're receiving an email from a brand. If they
Right.
were sending you the exactly same email every week, you'll
Of
probably be
course.
unsubscribed.
Yes.
You need to
Yes.
change something.
Hmm. We'll get irritated. We'll be like, okay, guys, leave us alone.
Yeah, yeah. Well, to sum up, it's easy, but you need to
Hmm.
do this uh,
Hmm.
every time, every day.
Consistently.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Fair. Fair. Yeah, that makes sense. And what made you walk away from, a good salary at a unicorn brand, very clear career path? What was that moment like a deal or a conversation which actually pushed you that okay, I want to start something of my own?
Well, honestly, when I was going to Insider on my
Hmm.
interviews, I've lowered my wage, my salary. I just wanted to be in that story because
Right.
what they told me at that time, okay, we're gonna create a journey. We have a
Hmm.
goal. By the way, the unicorn was that the first software unicorn was the goal to
Hmm.
achieve. So that's why we were also working so hard. We
Right.
were there to achieve that,
Right.
and once it's completed, once we get the unicorn, at that time we had a huge party. We have fun, but after that, I thought, okay, my story, I guess, has ended up in here because uh, I wanted
Hmm.
to be the part of the unicorn team. I was there. I worked so hard. Now, what's the next step? Okay, the Nasdaq,
Hmm.
etc. The
Right.
exit. But my story was about the unicorn. So when it completed, I said, okay, I need a new journey. I
Hmm.
need to. I was also wanted to try this boost up this business. I
Right.
also felt like there's a huge potential, and
Right.
I need to use I need to do this. But once Insider got the unicorn, then me and my partner, then we co-founded the boost up
Hmm. So there
for the
was
new.
there was this thing in your mind that okay, I need to build the company to a unicorn, and once that was achieved, then you're like, okay, now what next? Give me what's my next goal?
I couldn't find a new motive for
Right.
my story, so
Right.
that's when I left.
Interesting. But was it hard? Like how because of course you were getting like a good salary, and it must have been
Mhm.
when you started you would not have clients, right?
Yeah. Well, before we start, we also have the contact with the clients already because we
Hmm.
were the first point of contact of them.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
Once we built the boost up, I reached out them. Okay, I'm here now. I'm doing this business.
Hmm.
I will be more
Hmm.
dedicated, etc. They get
Right.
excited. Okay, let's start. But at the end of the 1 month, there were no one,
Hmm.
no clients. They all the one that
Right.
said, okay, we really want to do this. We want to work with you. They gone
Hmm.
found an irrelevant client from somewhere.
Hmm.
They referred us anything, etc. But the first 6 months was so hard.
Hmm. Must have been. And then how did you get how did you get your first client?
Well, one of our friends referred us.
Okay.
They were also
Hmm.
using Insider, and he was struggling with the integration with the data
Hmm.
structure and also the whole mobile app integration. He
Hmm. Hmm.
referred us. He said that they can do this. Wait, then then he said, okay, let's try. We said, let's try.
Hmm.
So that's how it happened.
Right. Hmm. First client is always the hardest, right? And that's when you also want to prove to yourself that okay, this is something
Yeah.
worth doing all of that. Yeah. Let's get into the details of marketing technology, right? There is so many softwares now in the market. It's you search
Mm,
for one thing, you'll get at least 500 different options that do the same thing, right?
mm,
And every to be honest, every brand needs technology in this. No one can do without marketing technology. No one can do without Martech, right? They need that. But um, a lot of the times you buy something like you buy a software, maybe
mm.
it came from a referral. You know that there is some other brand using it very well, um, but more often than not, they usually don't use that piece of technology to its full potential, right? What happens? Like what walk me through what happens? Where are the failure points? What are the problems? What happens after the sales pitch?
Yeah, well, the expectation is, I think, is not setting right for the brands. They expect to get a huge ROI at the day one or when the integration is completed. at any point. Then once they see that the expectation and the realization is very different, they
Hmm.
get bored with the tool, with the technology.
Right.
They get used to it. Okay, okay, well, we made the investment. This not suits for us. Okay, we won't be renewing the contract. Okay, keep it that,
Hmm.
etc. Then they give up from the tool.
Hmm.
Happens. One of the reasons I think the planning, it starts from the data planning, the data structure. You need
Right.
to, like an architect, you need to build the data structure as your needs, for your needs. So
Hmm.
once you set the data mapping and the data structure right,
Right.
then there's no chance that you can't benefit, that you can't utilize the tool.
Hmm.
So biggest problem is there, I think. The IT teams and the marketing teams are not talking that much. Uh,
Right.
Teams know what to do, but don't know what to do for the strategic aspects.
Hmm.
So they're not feed it for the strategy or what which data they need. So this is the biggest reason, I think.
There's a disconnect between the people who can implement it versus and the people who want to use it.
Yes.
And a lot of times I've seen the marketing, at least my friends who are in the marketing space, they then themselves try to understand and try to figure out that, okay, how do we implement this tool, and how do we, what can be done. Is that the right thing? Like, do you think that is
Yes, well, first you need to set your KPIs
hmm,
exactly to
hmm,
while you're making a pitching or while you're getting a tool.
hmm,
If I were a brand, so by the
right,
way, we're also deciding for new tool purchases for brands
right,
in Boost as a consultant. What we are
right,
doing, giving the specific KPIs,
hmm,
and we're asking for how can I do this, or we're asking for the
hmm,
detailed implementation or the detailed use cases based on this.
right,
They show
correct,
us most of the times irrelevant use cases, the fancy use cases, as you said, the fancy
hmm,
videos, fancy use cases, but it's not sweet for me. It's not sweet for my brand.
hmm,
So,
right,
I give them my KPI and ask for specific use cases based on this KPI. So this is the most important thing for the sales pitching of for these Martechs, I think.
right, right. And how honest are these sales pitches? Are they, like, I've seen, most of the market will say, okay, this brand got for 50% ROI, and 1.6%, 1.6x revenue growth, and all of that. In general, you've seen so many. So how honest are these pitches?
Well, numbers are correct, I think, because
Hmm.
we were the one who creating these use cases. The 50% conversion rate uplift, increase in the open rate, anything. But these are proved by the data. These are correct. But
Hmm.
when it comes to features, it changed, I think. Uh,
Right.
and I also don't think it's not honest because when a salesperson said that, okay, we have this feature, but if you don't
Right.
have, but still, if you're going to do this, I think it's okay. It's not a lie
Hmm.
because
Right.
you'll be covering that part when once the client needs.
Once the need arises, right?
Yes, yes. I don't think it's not a lie, but not the truth. It's, I think, in the gray
Hmm.
area.
Right.
But for the
Correct.
numbers, I don't believe. I believe them.
Hmm. And for a brand to get value from a marketing solution, what does that brand have to do? And, like, what's the difference? Like, if let's say a brand gets value fast, what do they have which others don't? Or what
Hmm.
do they do which others don't?
Well, it's basically the teams and the companies and the brands sometimes don't know the brands aspect, or
Hmm.
they don't understand what they're selling, what their users need. Because for example, we're working in every industry as Boost Up. We have baby care company, the biggest retail, and we have also we're working with an insurance company. Okay,
Hmm.
Burak needs to buy a diaper. Burak can buy a, a loan from the bank, and
Hmm.
Burak needs to buy a T-shirt. Burak is the same
Right.
user, but the
Correct.
brands are changing. So the one who achieves the create values is try to understand the users based on their brand's aspect. When I go to uh, let's say Nike, and I'm expecting for this branding, this kind of communication with me. I'm
Right.
expecting that. It was well, like if it were more commercial or more official way. If they told me with that language, I get bored because I'm not expecting
Hmm.
that.
Right.
So that's the difference. I think this is how you create value. How you understand how much it depends. How much you understand your customers, your users. I think.
Hmm. So you have to. That's a very, very interesting analogy. That I am the same user,
Mhm.
but if I'm being sold an insurance versus a sports shoe versus a diaper, I
Yeah.
would expect very different brand language from each of the brands, right? From a user's perspective, also it changes, right?
You're
We've
also
seen it. Hmm.
sorry, please.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that we see it from a like from a brand's perspective. Yes, that this is your user, this is your target user, this is what they are. They're like diapers would be like parents of 1 to 3 year old children and blah blah blah. For an insurance, it would be something. But yeah, that is the same guy, that's the same user. But you have to target that emotion or that that concept which that user will relate to as a to you as a brand.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Hmm.
while you're getting an insurance, you need to make user feel safe,
Hmm.
protected. But
Right.
when they go to buy some sports shoe, you need to make user feels adventurous or to create a motivation to do something.
Right.
It's just the opposite. Maybe you need to mention some risks, not some climbing anything. So you need to create the emotions. You need to manage the emotions of the same users.
Right. Hmm. And so with Boost Up, if we say, what do you do differently to get to deliver results faster?
Mhm. Well, we're not positioning ourselves as a consultant. We're
Hmm.
working as a team member with the brands.
Right.
Mostly, we're working with team of two for brands. One,
Hmm.
the team creates the strategy. We're going creates the reports, make the analysis. Even for
Right.
some of for our clients, we're also making ERP reports. We're getting
Hmm.
the extra stock amounts, and we're trying to sell them extra. We're not only going to brand and saying, okay, you need to sell these extra products. We're also working how we can sell these, how we can make a deal with the extra products and the new
Hmm.
arrivals.
Right.
So, and the other one in the team is doing the operation on daily
Hmm.
basis, creating the push contents, creating the emails, and every day creating the segments. So that's what Boost Up doing differently.
Hmm.
You coming anywhere and saying, okay, you need to do this, or you're doing this wrong, this true, etc. Okay, we're saying we want to do this. We want to try this.
With
Are you
you. Right.
yes? Are you okay? Okay. If the client say okay, then just sit back and we're gonna report you at the end of the day.
Right. Hmm.
It may not, it may end up fail, it may fail, it may
Right.
success, but we'll
Correct.
try. So that's our aspect.
Hmm. But we'll not just we won't just tell you what to do. We actually get our hands dirty and do the stuff we're saying and try it out, and then we see that whether it's a if it's successful, then we scale it up. If it's failure, then we scrap it and try something else. But you guys, so you also do content and like the whole package end to end.
Yeah, if needed.
If needed,
Yeah.
right, right, correct.
For example,
Just a
for
second, just a second. Donna. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, the audio started cracking, so I had to just
So
quickly get another earphones. Yeah, so it's super cool. Yeah, that's super cool. And as a brand, um, if let's say I am today, at 200 300 products a day, and I want to scale up, right? What do I have to do? Like, what should be my next steps?
well, the first thing, I think you need to analyze your existing customer, because it shows you or how you seen from your clients, from the one who pays for your products. So
Right.
the first thing, you need to understand your customer. You need to segment them and to create the the micro segmentation if you have a huge base. But for a starter, you need to know what's your customer expects from you, because they already paid you. They can pay you
Right.
again. They can buy something, or they can make referral for you. So the first thing is focusing on the existing clients, existing
Right.
customers. Then you build the life cycle journey for your new customer, is the one that will come in one day, that will come next month, probably they will meet you in the next year. You already be prepared once the user comes, land it in your website or land it in your app,
Right.
or even for your social media account. You need to be prepared, but but for this preparation, you need to understand your client, your target audience, I think.
Correct, correct. And now there is so much, there are so many new solutions coming up with AI, right? There is AI voice, AI agents, all of it. Have you guys implemented any of these new tech for any brands? Like, how did that go? How has the last six to 10 months been with respect to the new AI sort of tools?
Well, when I hear AI, it scares me. It seems like a scam a bit, because in
Right.
these days, uh, they they're just they're making machine learning and they call it AI. It's not AI. It's machine learning. We know this, but most of the clients doesn't know that. Or what I see in here in Turkey, in every year the content changes. One year it's omni-channel. All the CMOs hear the omni-channel from somewhere, and they're all talking about the omni-channel. Even if they're already
Right.
doing this, some of them already doing. Some of
Right.
them already have the whole journey for the omni-channel journey. They're coming back and talking their team. We need to do something omni, but you're already doing it.
Right.
I think AI is something different from this time, because AI, you can use AI uh, for making images, or you can just using for fun. But if you position it right with the right features, I
Right.
don't think in here is use any company is using efficiently or AI agents.
Correct.
So the one who implements it will be differentiated from the other ones. But I think the brands wants to do something, but they don't know what to do, not how to do, what to do,
What
how
to
to
do?
position it. And also when it
Hmm.
comes for the products with the AI products, the biggest struggle is the budget holders. It, the For example, I'm going to bought a vendor. I'm gonna make an agreement with a vendor that will automate op, my operational process, my integration with the tech, with the other tool that I'm using. Which teams budget should pay this? Is it for the marketing? Is it for the IT? Is it for the security? Is it for the operations business? Well, whose budget
Right.
should be responsible for the tool? I think one of the hardest part for the vendors, for the close the deals, is that part, positioning holders.
Right. And where does this then, like in general, where does the budget come from? Is it like the marketing teams, or is it like the operations teams? And like, in general, where does it come from? Or it depends on company to company. It's completely random.
It depends on the company, but mostly,
Hmm.
most of our clients or most of the company that I work with, mostly they come from the marketing budget. So when it
Right.
comes to marketing budget, the decision makers are the
Hmm.
marketers, but tool is for the IT teams. So
Hmm.
it's not
Right.
also the same thing for them, but
Hmm.
mostly in here it comes from the marketing budget.
Hmm. Right. And they, like as you said, that brands still don't know what to do. Right. They don't know what to do with AI. My personal thing has been that today every platform says that we are a AI native platform, right? But the reality is very different, right? They'll put an agent on top of their existing they'll put like a chatbot on top of their existing tool, and they'll say that we're an AI platform. Have you found any really good AI platform for brands which you think that are worth it, and have you tried it with anyone and got some results?
Well, I haven't find yet,
Mm.
but they're launching new features. For example, inside just launched a uh, content creation, that not the scenario creation with AI.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've tried it. I liked it a bit, but it
Hmm.
needs to evolve something. But
Right.
it have potential. But rather than that, I only saw like little APIs with connected to OpenAI or connected to
Right.
cloud, anything. You're just asking, how can I do this? Okay, it's
Hmm.
good. It's good. It's
Right.
better than zero, but I don't think, uh, or I haven't found any fully AI native product
Hmm.
yet.
Which you can be very confident about to your brands that okay, this is something that that we can use
Yeah,
and we should use. Hmm.
yeah. It's an announcement, by the way, from here. If you guys have something like this, please DM me.
Yeah, please reach out to Burak, guys. Please pitch to him. Maybe he implements it for one of his brands. And
I'm looking for.
right. And Burak, so in the last 2 years you've been with Boost Up, what has been the hardest, like, for you in the company to build it to this scale?
Well, the making decision part is the hardest
Hmm.
one, but you get used to it
Hmm.
because every day you need to make some decisions. And
Right.
before that, there was someone who makes a decision
Who
for
made
you.
the
It was
decisions? Yes.
comforting. You only need to do what you're doing already.
Right.
But
Right.
when it comes to an agency as a co-founder,
Hmm.
the hardest thing is making decisions every day.
Right.
Uh, and moving on, making decision and moving on. But you get used to it.
Hmm. I completely get that. There are times when I wake up and I feel that, oh God, I wish someone tells me what to do today.
Yeah,
Like, can
yeah,
someone
exactly.
please give me my tasks for today? It is hard.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well,
And
in here,
also, mhm.
sorry, just one thing. In
Yes.
here in Turkey, there's a 1 month mandatory military obligation. You went to
Hmm.
you
Okay.
joined the
Right.
military, and
Hmm.
you'll be there. I love that time because on there
Hmm.
they say what to eat, what to wait,
Right.
where to wait, and they say, okay, you
Hmm.
have 1 hour free, just go there and wait there. I need a day like this. Someone just told me,
Right.
okay, go there and wait, just wait. Okay, I can do it. I don't want to make decisions. I need a day like this.
Right. Yeah, that's that's a very. I remember reading somewhere that Steve Jobs used to say that okay, we have every day we can only make X number of decisions. So he used to try to minimize the decisions he could make. That's why he used to wear the same T-shirt every day, because he's like
Ah,
that when I wake up I don't want to decide what to wear. I want to minimize the number of decisions I make in a day.
yeah,
So he'll wear the same clothes like throughout, for I think for good, that turtleneck, that turtleneck shirt which
yeah,
is
yeah. I
famous
know.
he used to wear. Yeah, it's like he had like hundreds of like just those because he did not want to make a decision what to wear.
Oh, it makes sense.
Right. uh, I also like I with clothes I also prefer like okay, if I have like a black t-shirt, then I just go for that. I like okay, let's just make it easy,
Yeah,
one decision less to less to take.
yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
I with me, or like I ask my wife what can I wear, tell me.
For sure, for sure. I
Yeah.
have also the same black t-shirt, probably eight of them.
Right.
And every 6 months I go to store.
Just
I
the
bought two extra, just two extra and every time
right,
because I know my size. I love
right,
the cut of the t-shirt, so
right.
it also minimize the decision.
No, and this is very interesting. The other day, I was talking to a founder who, so she started she's doing very well in India. She has around 8 to 10 stores, like physical stores, and they started as a unisex store,
Hmm.
and she's a female founder, and then eventually they scrapped all their women collection. Now they only do men collection because they like that men are so loyal to their brands,
Yeah.
right? That if they like you, then they will come to you. They will not think twice and not go go to other brands.
We also made this as an A/B test
Mm-hmm.
for our client for
Mm-hmm.
specifically male users. We added a button reorder from your last order,
Mm.
so
Right.
it worked amazing. So I can also prove
Right.
that with data.
It's valid. Yeah. Yeah. Just click on it and you're done, right? Don't have to think
Yeah,
about
it's so easy.
anything. Yeah. But yeah, but I think my wife will never do that. She will never reorder something. She'll like, no, I've already done this once. I want something new completely. Yeah, that's how
It's cool.
genders are definitely a little different. Amazing. And was there a time where you thought that, okay, this is like I made a mistake and I have to
Hmm.
come back from the.
Well, in around 7th or 8th month of
Hmm.
the boost up, we don't have that much client, and we were struggling with the salaries, even for the salaries. I get a loan
Hmm.
to pay the salaries for 8 month, I think. And we talked with Alp and said, Alp is my other co-founder, by the way. We talk about, okay, let's complete boost up for a year, then we make a decisions.
Hmm.
But there were never an option to give up while we're
Hmm.
starting the boost
Right.
up. It was 1 or 0. We need to if it's not if we pause it, it will be 0. It will be nothing. But
Hmm.
we need to complete it every year. Then analyze if it's going well or not.
Hmm.
But at that time, we haven't felt that much. We haven't felt it was a mistake. We felt like it's a learning, but
Hmm.
costly learning, because
Yeah.
we give up the salary, we give up the career over there to
Hmm.
try this. We never felt it was a mistake, but we felt like it's not gonna work. We need
Hmm.
to change something. Then, in the 9th month and the 10th month, everything's changed. Now
You
we're
started it
a team of
improved.
15, so
Wow.
you
Wow.
need to
That's amazing.
push as much as you can.
As much as you can. Yeah, yeah. Some days are just about surviving. You just have to get past that 1 month. So there are months like that, right? You're like, okay, just one. If we could pass like a couple of more months, and then things
Yes,
change, and they do. Sometimes they do. Like more often than
definitely.
not, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super. Um, just a couple of more questions. We were quite. It has been very, very interesting talking to you, Burak. There's so much perspective which you get to know. When you're talking to someone who's actually actually
Thank you.
implementing this. Yeah. And but is there something about marketing technology like? Do you feel that there is something missing in the way, let's say, it gets sold today?
Well, yes, but I don't know well, what can be new, or I also don't have any idea because I can't judge them, but
Right.
it also creates the same feeling for me. Maybe it's my
Hmm.
7th year. I'm doing this job
Right.
for exactly the same thing for 7 years. You get used to something,
Hmm. Right.
but sometimes the basics are good. Well, you don't need to change
Hmm.
some basics.
Right. Of
But I
course.
think something needs to change, but I don't know what. So I can
Right.
answer.
Right. Fair. Yeah. That's a very honest answer, and that's thank you so much for that. And if let's say someone is starting out now, right, in a similar space, yeah, what would be your advice to them?
Uh, well, as we talk just 2 minutes ago,
Mm-hmm.
you need to push. You need to push. You need to
Hmm.
uh, try and try, but don't be in love with your ideas. Even your organs can be changed, can be replaced. Your ideas can much
Right.
more easily be changed. So don't be in love. Don't get married with your ideas. Just you can change your ideas. The ideas can be changeable, but don't give up. But keep pushing. Well, feeling the there was a okay. Well, regret is better than sorry. The hard work is better than regret. So if you
Hmm.
work hard, being tired is will definitely feel better than feeling regret. So
Hmm.
that's why you need to push. It will happen one day.
Hmm.
Just keep doing it
Doing
constantly.
it, yeah. Work hard and don't get emotional about your ideas. Those are, I think, very,
Yeah,
very good points. And
and also find a
um,
perfect accountant. So it's also important.
right. Yeah, of course. It's always good to have all your books as clean as possible, man. Anything that, yeah, the moment there's something wrong with that, you never know. You will think that you're making profit. I've actually I have a I was talking to a very big founder the other day. Like they're doing very good business in at least millions of dollars, and they were like that in our third year we thought that we are in profit, but later we realized that we made 10% loss because there's something wrong in the books.
And we also we just changed our accountant
Hmm.
6 or 7 months ago.
Right.
Uh, we just changed, and everything is same. The number of customers is still the same,
Hmm.
but the
Hmm.
profit increases because
Hmm.
we were
Right.
doing something wrong, and
Wrong.
that's
Right.
why that's my advice: find
You
the
need
good, very good accountant.
accountant. Right. Yes. Yes.
Much important
100%.
other
Yes.
thing.
Amazing. Yeah. One great, Burak. Thank you so much. This is exactly the kind of conversation I wanted to have with you. Very honest, very operational, and the it's a very good conversation. I hope our listeners enjoyed it as much as I did, and it's
Well,
it's very interesting that that buying a software is very different, implementing it is very different. In the last 2 years where you've reached where you've reached, and yeah, it's been amazing. To our listeners, I hope this episode gave you a clearer picture of where to start, how to start, and if you're buying any new Martech, you can ping Burak, ask for advice, ask for help. Or on the other side, if you're selling something interesting, which is the AI
yeah,
side, then you can pitch to him as well.
yeah.
Thanks.
Well,
Yes,
thank
thanks,
you. It's
Burak.
also very fun conversation. In the
Same
end,
here. Same here.
thank you for the
Lovely,
listeners also.
lovely talking to you. Yes. All right. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.